the thought of going back to my high school friends and sharing the gospel with them, I was bold enough that I went in with the strategy of like, miracles are real. That was like the best tool I had, is like, if I'm going to convince them, I'm just going to tell them that, you know, like, of these miracles that I'd heard about, not even witnessed, you know? And I remember them laughing at me and thinking I had just gone totally nuts. And I was like, fair enough.
I think one of the challenges that the church faces right now is certainly the challenge of evangelization, to bring the good news of Jesus Christ to others.
I think a lot of people we work with, a lot of ministries, a lot of church leaders have this heart to care for their people, but they're just drowning in all the things that have to happen.
We are ministry people. We're connected into the church. We spend a lot of time with people in the church understanding the problems that they're up against.
I wanted to do a business with God the Father. My previous business, I did not consider God's will at all in any of that, and immediately, from day one, I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do with you.
Why did you pick Fort Langley?
We needed a place that was inspiring to do the work from, and we're in a beautifully designed space on the second floor, which feels like it's like an upper room where the good news can go out from.
I think I've just over time really started to pay attention to what beauty can do to someone. It can actually cultivate an openness and a feeling, but if it's that alone, it's not directed somewhere. So I think when we merge the intent that we have with beauty, then ultimately there can be a purposefulness to what we're trying to stir.
I feel like Pierre has a gift of prophetic design, where what he designs has the capacity to say more than what is simply there.
We've created a place, and in that place you can have an immersive experience.
Yeah.
When somebody comes for a sprint, that's exactly what it is.
I've never wanted to build the kingdom by myself. I also wanted to build it with my friends. I never set out to go, I want to have employees. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to find great people who I would be doing life with and building the kingdom at the same time.
It feels like it has.
I also think that there's things within somebody like Luke who can translate ideas and integrate them into reality that I can't do.
The way AI works is you have 3 words in a sentence, and it mathematically computes the next most probable word in that, and that's how it makes change. It's all about increasing the probability of the most likely outcome. Now compare that to Jesus' ministry and the way Jesus communicated. He always gave the least probable answer to something. Our process always begins with diving deep, really making sure that we understand the problem in front of us, the people we're working with understand what they're up against.
In everything that Glass Canvas does, you encourage people into their calling instead of submitting calling into a task. And because of that, you're able to deploy people into the range of gifts and capacities that they have that are best suited to the task at hand.
The way the team comes alongside you and asks really smart questions to pull out of you. These guys get the mission. They get what we're trying to do. They're not trying to sell me a product. They're not trying to make money off of us.
Glass Canvas has received a gift to help other groups hear who God made them to be, to discover who God made them to be.
They really do know who they are, and at the heart of what they do comes from a desire to want to see Jesus known and loved by others.
I feel the need to map out my whole life, and what I'm finding is that there's a deeper sense of freedom and fulfillment by trusting in the Spirit day by day, The gospel is unstoppable when it is transmitted life on life. You can deny an idea, or you can deny a campaign, but it's much, much harder to deny a person in front of you who's convinced of something.
The approach that Jesus would have had to effectiveness in ministry is to be authentic to yourself, to be rooted in your identity, to approach people from a position of love, of understanding where they're at, of being with them, spending the time with them that's necessary, and of doing the hard work to help them navigate their broken and malformed worldviews and help reorient those.
What I want for our clients is like, hey, we're going to be with you in this whole thing, and we're going to be a partner who wants to help you crack codes that you are after, that you desire to crack for the sake of the kingdom.